So in my hand I have 3 premium golf balls, which are a Wilson Staff DX2 soft, a Mizuno golf ball and the Pro V1. In this hand I have the Callaway Warbird, the Srixon Distance and the Slanszenger, so more of a budget, cheaper golf ball. Why would this make a massive difference on how you chip and how your ball reacts on the green? Let's find out. So basically, ultimately, this video all came about. I was playing with a few of my friends the other day, and we were just talking about chipping setup and how to chip better. And they're like, "Oh, all my ball seems to do, it seems to click, bounce, and roll on." Well, I was like, a lot of this is to do with the golf ball we're using. Yes, technique matters a lot, and the equipment that we use, nice clean club face, nice sharp grooves if it's possible, it all matters. But our golf ball matters so much more, I think personally, because it's one thing that's a little bit easier for most of us to control. Now, I'm not saying we have to go to the top end of the spectrum and buy the Pro V, but definitely something like the Wilson Staff is a premium golf ball, but at a little bit of a better price. So I want to just go through this because straight away I was like, I've got to tell you guys this because it feels so much different, the spin you create so much different, and how it reacts on the green is so much different, and it could be costing you so many shots. So I'm going to play 3 shots from different locations with what is the harder golf ball, then 3 shots from the other locations from which is the more of a premium golf ball, and let's just see what happens. I'm going to give you my overall verdict, my opinion on this, and hopefully really help you improve your game. So let's hit some with the harder golf ball away here and just get a feeling of how that ball reacts, what it feels like on the green. Well, first off is the Slanszenger. So straight away, pops up a little bit higher than expected and a lot more rollout. I'm going to play these with the same club. So let's take the Mizuno golf ball. Not a golf ball I have actually played before, but I just wanted to kind of pick a random selection of premium and a random selection of distance golf balls. Now, what golf ball do you use? Comment down below, I'd love to know what golf ball you use. My favourite ball at the minute, I'm sort of flirting between Pro V1 and Pro V1X, but I'd love to know exactly what golf ball you are using. So let's play to the same flag with a bit more of the premium golf ball and get a feeling for what this is like. So straight away comes out a little bit lower with a little bit more spin and definitely sounded a little bit softer off the face. So straight away, my feedback for you right now is that the sound's not as clicky, the feeling off the face is a little bit softer, and the reaction to the green's a little bit different. So let's try a different scenario. And a lot of you will be going right now, well, Alex, well, I'm a high handicap golfer, does it really matter for me? Now, what I would say is, yes, it does, because this is the area of the game where a lot of people can make up so many shots and almost compare ourselves to the pros a little bit more, because if we start off in the game, yes, we might slice it, yes, we don't have the distance, but we can make sure our short game's sharp. And like I said before, we don't have to go and buy the most expensive golf ball, but it's having a golf ball that helps us a little bit more around the green. So you can see there, 2 shots, both similar distances, but how they reacted to me felt so much different, and I want you to try this. So let's move on to another scenario here. Let's pick these golf balls up. Let's go out the thick rough. So if we wander over this way, so I've got my 54 degree. It's definitely one of my most favourite wedges to chip with. It's something that I really do like to chip with. So let's go Wilson Staff versus the Srixon Distance. And these were 2 of the golf balls which I actually used when I was with my friend, and it's like, well, they feel really different. When I was using the harder ball, it was firing off a little bit faster with less spin, and I couldn't quite judge it. Whereas the softer golf ball, I do have that kind of judgment a little bit better. So let's go Wilson Staff first from this scenario. So I'm anticipating a ball that comes out a little bit lower, with not much spin out the rough, but something that I can control. And again, visually softer, felt like I had a lot of control of that ball. I could anticipate what it was like. Okay, the Srixon Distance. Let's feel this one. I'm anticipating the ball to pop up a little bit more with it being a little bit faster and a little bit harder. Popped out, a lot more rollout, but actually a really lovely shot. It's odd, I know. Excuse the birds, guys, and actually, excuse the fog. You can see it's not the nicest day here in Manchester. Winter is upon us. So overall, you can see that I've just shipped it closer with the harder one there. Possibly a little bit of that was to do with the fact that I'd already played the shot. Let's move on to another one here. Let's go sort of towards a long chip and run where we can sort of get that feeling for it a little bit more. So if we go from the front of this fringe here all the way to the back flag, my overall, well, let's hit these away and I'll give you what I think is my overall thing on this, because I think it's a real big bugbear. I think personally, to help your golf game on all areas of the game, we've got to do this, what I'm about to say. So do stick around. So let's go Pro V1 versus the Warbird. So Pro V1 in first. Nice, really nice shot. You could hear it skid and stop. Okay, here's the Warbird. Let's hit this one away. Popped out higher with the same force, a lot less spin, a lot more rollout, and that is what I want to get across to you. So what I'm saying to you is you don't have to spend a fortune on your golf balls, but go for something that's a little bit more premium than what you've already been using. That distance golf ball, that harder golf ball with that harder core and harder shell, is definitely costing you shots around the green. And like I said, this is the area of the game where a lot of us can make some gains. We always hear it. We need to practice our short game. It saves us loads of shots. But why not get the golf ball that's really going to help us? So for me, in my opinion, I would use something that's a bit higher than middle of the road golf ball. Not top end, not bottom end, just above middle of the road. So something like the Wilson Staff's a very good, affordable, softer golf ball, whereas compared to a Pro V, sometimes a little bit more of our price bracket if we're losing that golf ball from the tee a lot. So come on, let's head towards the green. Guys, if you enjoy videos like this, please do let me know by hitting that thumbs up button. And I really would appreciate it if you could join this team by hitting that big red subscribe button. There you go. Number one, I think you should go for a little bit more of an expensive golf ball if you're not already, because it will really make a difference with 1, how the ball reacts, 2, the sound, and 3, how it reacts when it lands on the green.